Just by mixing castor oil with baking soda, can you solve three problems at once that make people over 60 feel tired and lose confidence every day? It sounds unreasonable, doesn't it? But throughout my more than 25 years as a doctor caring for the elderly, I have witnessed remarkable changes thanks to seemingly small secrets like this. I still remember not long ago, a 70-year-old patient walked into my clinic with a limp because his knee joints were aching. The skin on his hands was rough and peeling, and his stomach always felt heavy due to constipation. He said, "Doctor, I guess I'm just old now. So many illnesses, I just have to endure it." I looked at him, smiled, and said, "Age is not a reason for you to give up on yourself." Many people think baking soda is just for baking cakes, or that castor oil is only for hair care. But they have no idea that, when combined properly, these two cheap and easy-to-find ingredients can become a natural remedy to rescue aching joints, dull skin, and even sluggish digestion without any expensive medication. I understand the feeling of helplessness that many men from 60 to 80 years old are going through. Every morning they have to rub hot oil on their knees just to walk without pain. They look at their rough, calloused, cracked hands and feel discouraged. Then when they go into the bathroom, they sit there for tens of minutes but still can't relieve themselves. And as a result, their stomach is bloated and uncomfortable all day. They can't eat well, and they can't sleep peacefully. Do you feel like that? If your answer is yes, then congratulations, because today, you will learn a simple, safe, natural, and almost cost-free secret that can change the way you feel about your old age. Imagine that after just 1 week, every morning when you wake up, you get out of bed without hearing the creaking, aching sounds in your knees. You raise your hands and feel your skin softer, brighter, no longer peeling and ashy like before. And most importantly, you go to the bathroom easily. Your stomach feels light, your spirit is refreshed, and you eat and sleep better. For many years, I have shared this formula with hundreds of elderly patients. It's not a miracle. I have never and will never promise my patients anything unrealistic. This is simply the proper way to use the gifts that nature has given us so that the body can heal itself and function better. Baking soda and castor oil are not just kitchen or beauty ingredients, but powerful natural remedies if you know how to use them in the right dosage, at the right time, and with enough persistence. Today I will show you how to combine baking soda and castor oil safely, effectively, and in a way that suits people over 60. I will explain why this formula helps reduce joint inflammation, moisturize the skin, exfoliate dead skin cells, and even support digestion and relieve constipation. I will also point out the dangerous mistakes that many people still make when using these two ingredients, so you can avoid unnecessary troubles. And most importantly, I want you to understand one thing. Age cannot take away your health, confidence, and manhood unless you allow it to. Stay until the end of this video, because this might be the secret that changes the quality of your life in the coming years. For more than 25 years, I have had the opportunity to accompany thousands of male patients aged 60, 65, 70, 75 up to 80 all over the United States. I am a geriatric and urology specialist. My daily work is not just about prescribing medication or guiding treatment plans, but also about listening, understanding, and finding the safest, most natural solutions so they can live healthily and confidently without depending on Western medicine for the rest of their lives. I still vividly remember that Monday morning when Mr. Robert, a 68-year-old patient of mine, walked into the clinic with a tired face, his hands dry and cracked, and his knees aching so much that he needed a cane to walk. He sat down on the chair, sighed, and said, "Doctor, I think I'll have to get knee replacement surgery because hot oil, massage creams, or glucosamine don't work for me anymore." I looked into his eyes and clearly saw his helplessness and fear when thinking about lying on the operating table. I asked him, "Have you ever tried any natural methods, or have you only relied on medications and hot oil?" He shook his head. I smiled, gently placed my hand on his shoulder and said, "You know, sometimes the solution lies right in your kitchen. The important thing is that you must persist and trust in your body's self-healing mechanism." And so I guided him on how to combine baking soda with castor oil, something most of us only think of for baking or hair care. I explained to him that baking soda is not just a baking agent. It also has the ability to exfoliate dead skin, cleanse the skin, and reduce mild inflammation thanks to its natural alkalinity. As for castor oil, with its high ricinoleic acid content, it can penetrate deeply into the skin, reduce inflammation, relieve pain, moisturize intensely, and when used correctly, can also gently support bowel movements. At first, Mr. Robert was very skeptical. He chuckled and said, "Doctor, don't joke with me. I'm 68 already. How can these things cure my knees?" But I still looked straight into his eyes and said, "Trust me, you don't need to trust completely. Just do it for 1 week. If there is no change, you don't have to continue." 1 week later, he came back. As soon as he walked in, I could see he was standing up straighter and no longer using a cane. He smiled brightly, held out his hands to show me and said, "Doctor, look, my hands are less dry and cracked now. And also, I can go to the bathroom much easier. My stomach doesn't feel like a rock anymore." I looked at his posture, listened to his confident voice, saw the sparkle in his eyes, and thought to myself, this is exactly why I chose this profession. You see, age does not take away your health. It is your lifestyle, the way you care for your body, that decides whether you are strong or weak, whether you live confidently or helplessly. And today I want to share with you the formula that has helped not only Mr. Robert, but also hundreds of my other patients aged 60, 65, 70 up to 80 to reduce joint pain, soften their skin, and support digestion with just one natural, cheap, and easy-to-find formula. You just need to listen carefully, understand the mechanism clearly, and most importantly, persist in applying it every day. Because only you can decide what your old age will be like. You know, for many years, I have heard countless elderly patients complain, "Doctor, I'm old now. I can only rely on medication. How can those cheap natural things help?" I understand why they think that way. Because their whole lives, they've been taught that if you want to cure an illness, you have to take medicine. If you want to relieve pain, you have to get injections. If you want to be healthy, you have to use expensive supplements. But today, I want to shatter that mistaken belief of yours. Because the truth is, nature has given us extremely powerful remedies. The problem is whether we know how to use them properly or not. Think about it. Baking soda has always just been seen as a baking ingredient. Castor oil is something people use to condition their hair or apply to their eyelashes. But very few people know that baking soda can balance the pH on the skin, has mild anti-inflammatory properties, cleanses dead skin cells and odor-causing bacteria. As for castor oil in traditional medicine, it is considered a kind of liquid gold because of its ability to penetrate deeply, reduce inflammation, moisturize intensely, and stimulate blood circulation under the skin. When combined, they create a mixture that cleanses, softens, reduces inflammation, and effectively increases blood circulation. That is why many of my patients, after just 7 to 10 days of use, have felt noticeable changes. Their knees become less swollen and painful, the skin on their hands becomes softer, and dark areas such as elbows, knees, and ankles become brighter and smoother. And for some patients with chronic constipation, just using castor oil correctly helped them go to the bathroom more easily without needing strong laxatives. I remember a 72-year-old patient named James. He used to be so constipated that he had to be hospitalized due to mild bowel obstruction. He only had bowel movements 1 to 2 times per week. His stomach was always hard, bloated, he felt short of breath, and had a poor appetite. I advised him to combine abdominal massage with castor oil and take a teaspoon of castor oil in the morning, along with a diet rich in fiber and sufficient water intake. After just 5 days, he called me, his voice trembling with emotion. "Doctor, I was able to go to the bathroom. My stomach feels so light now. I can eat well again, and I sleep better too." You see, sometimes it only takes a small change, but if it's the right change, it can transform your entire quality of life. So today, I want you to let go of the belief that I'm old now, only medicine can save me. Age does not determine everything. It is the way you choose to care for your body that decides how you will live the remaining years of your life. I promise you, if you apply this formula correctly, if you persist, if you believe in the self-healing mechanism that your body naturally has, then after just 1 week, you will feel the difference. You will get out of bed without hearing the creaking in your knees. You will rub your hands and feel their softness and smoothness instead of roughness and cracks. You will go to the bathroom more easily, your stomach will feel light, and your spirit will be refreshed. You will feel healthier, more confident, and younger than your actual age. That is my promise to you. Not an empty promise, but a promise based on real experience, on the hundreds of elderly patients of mine who have applied it successfully. And I believe that if they can do it, then you can too. You just need to decide to start today. Listen carefully because this is the most important part, the detailed method so you can apply it yourself tonight. First, we need to clearly understand each ingredient. Baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate, is a mildly alkaline salt. In medicine, it is used to neutralize stomach acid. But when used on the skin, it acts as an exfoliant, softening old keratin layers, while also providing mild antibacterial effects, helping to cleanse the skin and reduce mild eczema. For elderly people, especially those aged 60, 65, 70, baking soda helps improve thickened, darkened skin on the elbows, knees, and heels, areas where dead skin cells accumulate over time, causing dullness, roughness, and cracking. What about castor oil? Castor oil contains a special active compound called ricinoleic acid. This is a fatty acid with strong anti-inflammatory properties, capable of penetrating through the epidermis layers to nourish and soften the skin, while also stimulating blood circulation under the skin, thereby reducing joint swelling and pain and making the skin healthier and more elastic. In addition, when ingested correctly in very small amounts, about 1 teaspoon, castor oil also acts as a mild laxative, helping to improve constipation, an issue that nearly 50% of people age 65 and above face every week. Now I will guide you through the detailed formula. You just need to prepare 1 tablespoon of baking soda and 1 to 2 tablespoons of pure castor oil. Mix these 2 ingredients well in a small bowl until you get a smooth, thick paste. Then if you want to cleanse and moisturize your skin, apply the mixture to the areas you want to improve, such as your elbows, knees, heels, or other darkened skin areas. Gently massage in circular motions for 3 to 5 minutes. Then leave it on for another 10 to 15 minutes before rinsing with warm water. You will feel the difference right from the first time. Your skin will become softer, smoother, and the dry, rough layer will peel away, revealing brighter skin underneath. If you persist 2 to 3 times per week, after 2 to 3 weeks, you will see the previously darkened areas become noticeably brighter without any expensive creams. If you want to use this mixture to massage and relieve joint pain, just take an appropriate amount and apply it to your knees, hand joints, or the painful areas. Gently massage for 5 to 10 minutes to let the active compounds penetrate deeply, then cover with a warm towel for about 10 minutes. Baking soda will help reduce mild external inflammation, while castor oil will penetrate deeply, reduce swelling and pain, and enhance local blood circulation. I have taught this method to hundreds of patients with knee osteoarthritis and hand arthritis, and they all felt significant relief within just a few days. Finally, if you have chronic constipation, absolutely do not drink baking soda mixed with castor oil directly. Instead, use only 1 teaspoon of pure castor oil in the morning after eating a light meal such as bread or thin porridge. Then drink 1 to 2 glasses of warm water to stimulate bowel movements. Castor oil will act as a lubricant for the intestines, helping stool move more easily, reducing constipation without causing abdominal cramps like many strong laxatives. However, if you have severe cardiovascular disease, kidney failure, or are taking diuretics, consult your doctor before use. See, this formula is extremely simple, the ingredients are cheap and easy to find, but its effectiveness has been proven through hundreds of my patients. And today, you have it in your hands. The most important thing, as I always remind my patients, knowledge only truly has value when you apply it. Therefore, tonight, try it out and feel the difference. Don't forget, age does not determine whether you are weak or strong. Your choices and actions determine how your life will be. Before you start applying this formula, I want you to truly pay attention to the mistakes that many elderly patients have made. Because even a small mistake can reduce its effectiveness or even harm your skin, joints, or digestive system. The first mistake, and also the most common one, is using too much baking soda in the mixture. I know there are patients who think that if 1 tablespoon of baking soda is good, then 2 to 3 tablespoons must be even better. But they don't understand that baking soda is highly alkaline. If used in excessive doses, it will cause skin dryness, irritation, peeling, or even allergic reactions, especially in elderly people whose skin is thin and sensitive. I once treated a 75-year-old lady whose knees peeled badly because she mixed up to 3 tablespoons of baking soda with castor oil and applied it for 30 minutes. As a result, her skin lost moisture severely and had to be restored for more than 2 weeks before healing. Therefore, you should only use exactly 1 tablespoon of baking soda each time and never increase the dose without a doctor's recommendation. The second mistake is applying the mixture on areas with open wounds, scratches, or ulcers. Baking soda can sting, and castor oil, when absorbed into an unhealed wound, can cause irritation or infection, if not properly hygienic. I once had a 70-year-old male patient with deep cracked heels. He applied this mixture directly, hoping to soften them. But the cracks stung badly, became inflamed and painful for several days. Therefore, if you have open wounds, wait until they are completely healed before using this formula. The third mistake is drinking the baking soda and castor oil mixture directly to treat constipation. I emphasize baking soda is not an oral laxative for the elderly, and combining it with castor oil for drinking is completely wrong. It can cause digestive disorders, bloating, nausea, and even electrolyte imbalances if abused long-term. I once had a 68-year-old patient who followed this method from the internet, resulting in severe diarrhea for 3 days, becoming extremely fatigued, and needing to be hospitalized for IV fluids. Therefore, if you want to use castor oil as a laxative, only take 1 teaspoon of pure castor oil in the morning and absolutely do not mix it with baking soda. The fourth mistake that many people often make is stopping use after only 1 to 2 times because they haven't seen obvious results. You must understand that any natural therapy needs time for the body to absorb and recover. Baking soda and castor oil are not miracles overnight, but if you persist 2 to 3 times per week for 2 to 3 consecutive weeks, you will see your skin become softer, joints less painful, and digestion noticeably improved. Patience is always the most important key. Finally, the fifth mistake is not performing a patch test on a small skin area first. Although these are natural ingredients, about 1 to 2% of people still experience mild allergies or irritation. Therefore, the first time you should apply a little on the inner forearm and wait for 30 minutes to see if there is redness, itching, or burning. If there is no reaction, you can safely use it. You see, by simply avoiding these mistakes, the simple formula from baking soda and castor oil will become a wonderful companion, helping you care for your skin, joints, and digestive system safely, effectively, and naturally. And that is how a confident, strong man maintains his health and self-confidence every day. Dear brother, by now I am sure that you have understood the true power of nature, these simple gifts that carry within them immense healing abilities. Just with 1 tablespoon of baking soda and a few tablespoons of castor oil, you can create a mixture that not only softens and brightens your skin, reduces the rough, ashy calluses on your elbows, knees, and heels, but also helps soothe the joint pain that has tormented you for so many years. And most importantly, if you use it correctly, castor oil can even help you overcome the horror of constipation, which makes your stomach feel as hard as a rock, ruins your appetite, disrupts your sleep, and leaves you feeling sluggish all day long. Remember, age is never a reason for you to live in misery, pain, or helplessness. Age is simply a number. The way you care for your body, the way you believe in yourself, and those small daily choices, those are what truly determine your life. I have witnessed so many patients aged 60, 65, 70, even 80 completely change their lives thanks to natural secrets like this. They walked into my clinic with hunched backs, limping steps, tired eyes, and souls full of fear. But just after a few weeks of perseverance, they returned with steady legs, radiant eyes, and confident smiles because they realized that they could still take care of themselves, still be strong, and still be in control. And I want you to become one of them too. Start today. Tonight, after you shower, take 10 to 15 minutes to mix baking soda with castor oil and gently massage it onto the rough, dark areas of your skin or the joints that are aching. Feel the warmth, the softness, and the natural scent spreading. Consider this your time to connect with your body, to express gratitude to your feet that have carried you for so many years, to your hands that have done countless tasks, and to yourself, the man who has weathered so many ups and downs in life. If you find this video helpful, click subscribe right now so you don't miss any natural secrets to help you stay healthy, confident, and live each day to the fullest without depending on Western medicine. If you don't like this video, comment the number 8 below so I know and can do better in future videos. And if you have ever used baking soda or castor oil in your own way, please share your experience in the comments. Because who knows, your story might inspire thousands of other men out there who are feeling hopeless. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I am Dr. Authority, always here to accompany you on your journey to becoming the healthiest, most confident, and strongest version of yourself. See you in the next videos with many more natural and safe secrets so that each passing day is not just about existing, but truly living with health, with joy, and with the proud heart of a man.